Hi, my name is Roberto Contreras and this is my presentation about building your own custom PC. This presentation will take you through the fundamentals of constructing your very own computer. It will also include taking you through the different components required to build a working desktop PC. A brief overview of the components will be included. You will need the following components to build your custom computer: the case, the central processing unit, the motherboard, the random access memory chips, the hard drive, a cooling system, a graphics processing unit if you're building a gaming PC, a power supply, and an optical. You may ask yourself, why build your own PC? There are many reasons why you should build a PC rather than buy a pre-built one from a store. Here's a few examples. With a much better built PC, you can get a better performance than the price you pay. This is mainly important when you look into gaming builds. For example, if you build a gaming PC for $500 yourself, you get a much better performance than your pre-built PC costing $500. For example, if you build a gaming PC for $500 yourself, you can get a much better performance than a pre-built gaming PC. The case. A case is the enclosure that contains all the computer components. It is used to hold everything into place and protect the computer components from danger that can occur around them. Most modern cases have two removable panels. These panels are usually larger spaces on the case. The motherboard is a very important component of your PC build. It is required for any PC build, just like the CPU and the RAM. It is a circuit board that connects all the other circuit boards together. All the components are connected to the computer together at the same time through the motherboard. Random access memory, or commonly known as RAM, is a component that allows temporary memory to be stored. Whether something like an SSD or an SSD is something safe memory, the CPU uses RAM for short-term memory. RAM holds information based on what you're doing on your computer. A hard disk drive is a data storage device. This device is located in the drive bay inside your computer case. It is made up of multiple mechanical parts: head actuator, read and actuator, arm, read and actual spindle splatter. Without getting too technical, all you need to know is about it lets you save data and allows you to hold operating. The graphic card is an optional component to the display of image of your PC monitor. The GPU processes data from the computer and transfers it into a signal for your monitor to show. For the graphics cards, there are many factors to take on board. Most people purchase a dedicated GPU to a high-resolution gaming and other computing aid design. This is very straightforward. Cooling and the fans to maintain a good temperature around your system. Cooling fans work in combination with heat sinks and water blocks that can be force-fed computer components. For instance, the motherboard, the CPU, and the GPU can all be cooled down with the power supply unit, otherwise known as PSU, is a component that allows power to run through the computer. It converts AC to low voltage DC for the use of your computer components. The PSU contains the most cables of any computer component. An optical drive is a disk drive that reads and writes optical discs. They are installed on the front and most of the case and use laser light or electromagnetic waves to read and write discs. One major use of an optical drive is computer builds. It will allow you to install Windows Before you start, you should wear some sort of anti-static wrist strap, cable to stay grounded, so this is to prevent any damage being done to your computer components. Let us begin. Installing your PSU. Once you have panels off and the chassis completely prepared, then installing your CPU cooler can be slightly confusing, especially if you're going with an aftermarket CPU cooler. If you purchase an aftermarket CPU cooler, you're required to use the brackets to hold it in place. You should use the manual for this, and you should give exactly the details what to do. Now, installing a stock cooler is a lot simpler. The next steps will require installing your motherboard and installing your disk drive. Once the motherboard has been installed, make sure it's held in place, and the disk drive should be held in place with screws too. This should be either 3.5 inch or 2.